Hi, welcome back, or if this is your first time, welcome. Happy to have you here. I'm Kimberly with Gentle Breeze. I thought today we would make a few more tags. I've selectively chosen these to work on quickly so that I can share some ideas with you that maybe you haven't thought of or you've seen before and then forgot about. So hopefully you'll leave this video with a little bit more motivation when you're working on these Christmas tags to come up with ideas. That's my issue. As I said in the last video, I don't think of all the things that mixed media people think of, and I just got comfortable in my way of doing things, in part because I use crafting to rest and reset. It's very relaxing to me. It takes all my focus to blend the papers and work on the journals that I make, and that gives me a complete rest from my work and the rest of my life. And I love it. I'm so grateful to have something that works so beautifully. I also meditate and read and contemplate and do other things that provide me with that, but this one is just so handy regardless of the weather. And if I just have an hour here and there, I can pop in and work on stuff. So moving into new things was taking away the relaxation and moving me into a kind of an unknown, which can have a little minimum stress. And I've elected to do that. I want to do that, and I know eventually I'll become more habituated to the new stuff and it won't feel that way anymore. So I just have to work through that right now. So with that said, let's move on to more Christmas tags. This one I thought I might start with. Well, you know what? I think that's a little more complicated. Oh, and I wanted to set the timer. I'm going to set it for half an hour. I don't know if that's sensible, but I'm going to see what happens in a half an hour. Okay, there's a bell that's going to go off in a second. Okay, so let's start with this one because it's super fast and easy. So what I've done here is I took a printable from RaindropLila, and it's in her recent Tall Botanicals kit. It has a Christmas color vibe, but it's not, shouting Christmas. It just has that seasonal feeling. It's a beautiful kit. I got the tall version. They have a landscape also. So I used 3 different embossing plates here. I took a part of one. This is another. It's hard to see on that red. And then another on the bottom, which I punched so that the resin part is on the back. But you can see the 3 different ones a little bit easier here, I think. So yeah, we don't have to use just one embossing folder per item. Yeah, I liked this blank area to be filled with that flower, and I thought it worked out nicely. And then I remembered this lace. It's just a repeat of this over and over and over and over, and I love it. And it's new, but it looks really old and pretty. So I thought that looks kind of like a wreath. So what does a wreath have? A wreath has a bow. So here's where I got a little lost. I picked out 4 that I thought would work. I don't know, that dark green looks very similar to that black. I don't know if I like that. But let's try this other dark green one. Oh, that's cute. That is so cute. Okay, but I still am not sure about the dark green. So let's put on this red one. Doesn't really show. Yeah, doesn't really show. So let's see if we can do something to the green one to make it a little bit fancier. So I have a gold, 2 gold pens. They work a little differently. This is Craft Smart paint pen. I'm using it around the edges. And then this one has a skinnier tip. And this is Gold Marker by Pilot. So I'm thinking at the minimum, you have to depress it to get it to go. I can put some gold in here. And then I think I could maybe go along the edges. Oops. The paint pen flows so much, it's a little hard to control, and this one, you have to depress it. So, oh, you can't even really see it on the camera, can you? So, I don't know. It's almost like I'm going to have to go completely. Wait. Yeah. This is a textured paper I used. I don't know if I like how that looks. I'm going to end up doing the whole thing. Okay. Alright, so it's not the end of the world. Won't be green. Alright, so I guess I'm going to have to do something in these bows. Oh, I'd like to leave it a little bit green. There, that looks pretty good. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think I'm going to fix this up more solid. Connect it to the top. There we go. Yeah. I don't know if it looks off balance to a person with an artistic eye, not having the green. You're probably wondering why I have a gold and a, actually this is platinum. And this is 18 karat gold. I don't know. I forget. It's been so long. But they literally didn't have the kind of ring I wanted in this gold. So the top of my ring is platinum. So that's why they picked platinum for the bottom. At the time that we got married, we didn't buy the wedding ring because I just didn't think I would want to wear a wedding ring. It was enough to me to just wear this diamond. It just seemed like a lot. And you know what? I think that worked it. I don't like how it looks. No. Okay. Well, live and learn. Turn it over. And I have to do something in that middle. I'm just going to do the gold in the middle like I did before. And maybe, you know, my favorite sparkle has dried up. No surprise. It's really old. So that sort of eliminated that go-to. Alright, so I am going to glue this on, and I am going to use our glitter glue. And I'm just going to put it on the flowers. Although it dries clear. I don't know if you remember, but there was a time when I was using it with lace on a cover, on a printable, and the lace ended up getting the color of what it was sitting on, and it showed. Do you remember that? It was a golden dress. It was last fall. It was a beautiful tall journal. Was it tall? I don't remember. Maybe not. But it was a beauty, and it took the color into the lace, and the lace was a pale, pale yellow, which was just beautiful on a green background, sort of a limeish green, as I recall. background. Not lime, but yellow grain. And that was the end of me wanting to use art glitter glue with lace. Let's look at this one more time just in case. Yeah, it does have a certain flavor, certain joie de vivre. Let's see, what can I do? Maybe if I, whoops, wrong one. I don't know. I wish I was more of a drawer. Let's see if I go like this, and I go like this. Maybe a little here, maybe a little here. Am I even in frame there? Oh, I don't know. The two sides don't match, but then again, whoever made a bow where the two sides match, right? Okay. You know what? I'm going to put it on. I am going to put it on. If I am a harsh judge on everything, I won't put anything on. So, here we go. And then I'm going to back this tag with some handmade paper. And I want to distress it before I do that. Oh, it's not really going to lay down. Okay. All right. Cute. Okay, so let me distress these edges slightly. Let me put my other bows. If you watched my last video, you would have noticed that, I talked about how much I love bows. I mentioned wallpaper on clothing. I don't buy wallpaper with bows on it, and I don't wear it on my clothes. But I do love the style of bows that were on the 1800s wallpapers, and oh, I just loved them. There we go. Okay. So, let's see. Is this the one? No, this. Okay. All right. So, it's kind of tricky to get the, oh, that almost looks like a book by having those hinges there. Oh, I could probably do something with that. Well, we'll see. I probably won't. Let me just see if I can tear this. I kind of don't think I can. Oh yeah, good. Okay. Oh, that's so, see, that's so even. It looks torn, but it's so even. I don't like that. So, let's see, what can I do? Okay. I also don't like the groove that the ruler leaves. Okay. This was a binding, and I tore it in half. It's a sheet. It was a journal that I bought, and I like the paper. I bought it for the paper, and I tore it in half, and these holes were left over. So I don't know. I guess they're a little intriguing, maybe, huh? Okay. I feel like this needs a little bit more aging. And then I'm going to use, is there anything else I want to do? I wonder, is there anything? Yeah, I don't want to have it that big. I'm going to have to tear again. I think I should tear before I glue. Alright, but you get the drift. So I'm going to tear, and then I'm probably going to do a little more distressing around the edges. It's just important to me to get the edges to look realistic, and I feel like these just look like a ruler. This looks okay because I did it by hand. So I think what I'll do is score this where I want it on the scoreboard and then tear it by hand. That's the way I handle it. Okay, and I think I'm going to have to glue these down too because they're standing up. This is a office binder paper just sitting in the garage, left over from my husband's boxes, and it's super thick. Okay. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking it needs something else, but I honestly think once I've got it done properly, it's going to look pretty wherever I put it. I like it. So that's the first one. And then I wanted to show you this one. This is one of the stickers from Lucid Lizard, and music sheet behind it. And then cheesecloth. And this was texture paste, the patch, drywall patch. I put it a little lower. I was trying to make sure it went on the green, and I felt like that would have, been a little high. So I've got a stencil that has the word seasons. It's a little bit bigger though, and I don't want it to look super crowded. So when this dries really well, I will check that out. All right. So another idea that I'll just show you briefly the idea because I don't want to take the time to do it. This is from last year's kit from the Paper Cameo called Pretty Christmas. And I'm going to use the paint pen to go around all the edges. It's a very bright gold, so that'll look really pretty. And then I have a piece of sparkly tulle. And this is one of the stickers from Lucid Lizard Jewelry. And I'm going to glue that on there. And then across the top, I'm going to put the word believe in texture paste. It will be above this. It'll fit right in there perfectly and land just above that. So I think that will be sort of, fancy and very kind of childlike and old-fashioned all at the same time. I like that idea. I actually did it before, and I started to film for you, and the mixture was too wet. So when I put it at the top, it really didn't hold its shape, and it was on paper I hadn't backed yet, and it warped too much for my taste. So this time I backed it with cardstock, and I think it's going to work out really, really well. All right. So moving on, this is from Lila, RaindropLila, and it has a lot of components. Stickers are from Lucid Lizard Jewelry, as is the bow, which I decorated with sparkle glitter glue, I guess you'd say. And I made these tags smaller in size than the ones that are in the kit from Pink Monarch. And this is a piece of book paper that I distressed. And this is a stamp I'm going to stamp on from Sampool. And then this is the part of the, it's not a tag, it was just part of the paper in the Tall Botanicals kit. And I backed it. And what this looked like to me was sort of like, those Christmas trees that are not very full. And so that's what got me thinking that I could put these cute socks, these fussy cut socks on here, and that would be really cute. And I felt that it needed something across the top, just to, I don't know, just felt like it needed a little more. And I want the bow to cover up that stocking top. And then this will go here, and I'm going to stamp this. I have limited plastic stamp holders, as I'm sure you all do. And I use both sides. And the stamps that I tend to use a lot, I just leave on one side. And then I use the stamp, the other side, to stamp stuff with that I take off to get my ink. I'm going to use black. I think I'll stamp it before I glue it. Otherwise, I might make a mistake and then I don't have any recourse. Okay. Gosh, this is in the way. Oh, it barely showed. Wow, it really barely showed. Maybe because it was brand new. I haven't used it before. This is relatively new ink. You know, it's not very black. Let me get my stays on, see if that's any better. Bye-bye stamp. Shows you how often I use that. Okay. Oh my gosh. This stuff dries up so fast. This is my second one. It's done. Oh my gosh, that is shocking to me. Honestly, I've never used it. You can tell. It's brand new. But I bought it quite a while ago, I guess. That's too bad. I wonder if there's a re-inker for stays on. Anyway, I don't know if this is really going to work, to tell you the truth. That's not a very attractive stamp. If you can't see it, I mean. Well, that's a bummer. Well, you can kind of see the date. Or should I try it again? I don't know. Trying it again. It's pretty dangerous, right? Okay, so with that said, I'm going to quickly glue these on. I think I will use glue stick. This is a French General fabric. I think it was the kit before the one that's out now. And then I've got to line up my bow. I'm going to do the how did I have that? Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to put our glitter glue. Okay. is going to go here. Okay. See, there's a line here with the colors changing, and I just thought I'll aim to cover that up, since none of the other lines changing show up because of the covering. And I don't mind that it overlaps. I'm not going to cut it off. I like it. I also backed it with a green paper so that the ripped edges wouldn't have to get cut off. And then, but now I'm thinking maybe I'll put this here. Huh. Yeah, it kind of looks like there's a blank space here, huh? Huh. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe it doesn't need anything. I don't want to outshine the bow. Well, yeah. Since I screwed up the date, maybe I could just put it over that. Yeah, I think maybe that is the right place for it. Okay, let me just stress this. See. Okay. I still think it needs something there. Gosh, I wonder what I had in mind. I don't know, there's a lot going on. If I think of something else small, I'll put it there. But I like it. I think it has a very traditional feel, which is why I wanted that label on there. Yeah. Yeah, I think it feels cozy and fun. I think it'd be cute in a journal. Okay. And then this one, what I want is for this little girl. Okay, wait, let me. How are we doing on time? 3 minutes. Well, and we'll go a little over, but not much. Okay, so first of all, this is last year's chapter 1 papers, and I loved their kit last year, and I made several of the pages small, 3 by 5. There's another one too. Not sure where it is. And so I'm going to do different Christmassy things in here, but this little girl that I wanted to work with, dressed in her Santa outfit, works really well on here. And then I got some scrapbook paper, that I die cut and made this Christmas tree. The paper had Christmas trees of different sorts, and I just used the die cut to cut it out. So these edges really need, and what I'm going to do is make a tag behind it where this really cute part of the paper that I really like shows. And then I might put a bow at the top. I did not back this with anything, so white is what shows, which isn't great. I don't know why I have such a hard time getting the paper to rip, because you have to be intentional. It's kind of scary, right? Okay, so I thought this section here was a really cute top to this tag. With my little tree in the background, which I think has a lot of white. And then my little girl. By the date, I love that date. Okay. God, this glue stick sticks fast. Whoops, there's the timer. Goes off 3 times. Oh, twice. Okay. There you go. Okay, now I'm going to use our glitter glue. So, how many of you have succumbed to using artificial trees versus the real deal? I wonder, because I'm sort of thinking about an artificial tree, which shocks me. I spend time online looking, and I just love the smell of real trees so much. And I just feel like I'm going to stick with the real tree. I think I just can't bring myself to the artificial. But I know people who have them, and they swear by them. They just think they're great, they're easy, they come apart to store. And of course you just buy them once. With Christmas trees being so expensive, you really do save money over the course of years. So I'd love to know what you guys are doing. Maybe you skip a tree. Okay, and then I'm going to cut. I want the top to be there. I want this cuteness to be right there. And I didn't go to this side of the paper because it's a different color. I went right to the middle where I could get it to be close to this. Alright, and then this is, I think, the same width, a little bit wider, so that's cool. And I'm going to want it right there. Okay, so I am going to draw around this. Okay. cut it while I have my eye on it. I think if I came back to it, I wouldn't be able to see it. There we go. Okay, and I have the lines for the tag top, but I'm wondering if maybe I don't want to do a tag top. There we go. I think that's cute, and I've got to try this bow idea on there. And I think I'm going to put some cheesecloth behind it. I don't want to cover up that, what I've featured here, but just having it maybe stick out the sides a little bit. This piece seems a little bit, well, I think I can make it work if I just stick with it. Okay. Stick with it. That's my motto since watching all this multimedia people. Stick with it. Keep working it. Keep your hands on it. Keep working it. Keep working it. It'll work out. Don't give up. That's what they say. They're intrigued by it. I know it doesn't it's not in their mind to not give up. They're not even thinking that way. They love the challenge. I can't wait till I love that challenge. Because right now, I don't love that challenge. I like different challenges, but I'm going to get there. I am going to get there, and it's going to be peaceful and restful again. That's too much. That's just too much. So let's just do a little bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. Yeah. And then at the top, you know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to make like a roll, make like a bow. There we go. Okay. Cute. Oh, I don't want to cover up all my stuff. Of course, that's too big, but I'm just trying to get the drift. Let's see. If I put this over here, I'm just going to have to glue now because I'm getting conscious of the time. And I don't want to spend forever on it. That's the other thing I've been doing, is just saying, try it. The worst that can happen is it's paper. Oh, this is the believe I did earlier when I didn't stir the plaster and it ended up falling flat. Luckily, I was able to tear off what I glued on there, but that's another lesson I learned, don't glue anything on if you're going to texture paste. Wait until you do it. Okay, irregular, gotta have everything irregular as much as possible. The person that I'm really following, in case you want to start going more mixed media, to really learn from. Is such a good teacher, and she makes a bazillion mistakes, and she never gets hung up on it, and she fixes them, and she plays along, and she tries new things all the time. I do not like everything she makes. She doesn't like everything she makes, but that's pretty much the way it is with art. You don't have to like everything you make, but if you grow and learn from the process, then that's the point. Because it's not really the destination. If you're making a custom journal, or you're making a journal for a friend, or something where you have to pay attention because somebody's going to count on you, then that's a different story. But in general, when you're crafting, you don't have to be so particular about everything, because you can always toss it. I mean, how many other art forms are so easy to toss? Not too many. Cheap and easy. I think I'm going to tuck that in to be more regular. There. Oh, I like that. Okay. I hardly ever use glue sticks, so I should just stick with art glitter glue. Works better for me. Alright. So up here, yeah, let's get this bow. Let's say what I was going to do is roll it so it fit. Oh, that's cute. It doesn't take away. Let's see if I actually tied a knot. Kind of a loose knot. Oh, I think that's so cute. Oh, I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use this glue for that. I use Beacon 3-in-1. I find it works better even with fabric than Fabri-Tac. Oh, I think that is really, really cute. You know what I want to do? I want to stick do you like it? It's looking festive. I am going to put a little bit of this oh my gosh, that's so cute. Sort of looks like a string of lights. Oh my gosh. That is so cute, and it doesn't really cover up. How am I going to attach it though? See, I love that I remembered I had this, and I thought to use it. It's all about remembering what you have. So when I made the tag video on Sunday, or Saturday I think, came out on Sunday, I left everything out. And that helped me, stay on the projects for one thing, because I have a lot of projects going at one time. Who doesn't? And if it's out of sight, out of mind. So I was thrilled. I'm going to cut these off once it's dry. Can you even see them? They're really visible in person because they're three-dimensional. Oh my gosh, I think it turned out really cute. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd like to know if you enjoyed this video. I'm getting a lot of new subscribers lately, and I am so happy that I'm hitting a chord that, you know, I really want to. And so any feedback, that's always appreciated, as long as it's put in a nice way and it's caring. I haven't had otherwise, I have to say. I've been fortunate in that way. So I don't mean to sound like I have. Let's see if we can move in a little closer. There we go. So yeah, so hopefully you gained, this one's not done, if you've gained something from watching this. You know, I'm thinking now maybe a little cheesecloth under here would be good. Oh yeah, I think so. And I will see you soon again, I do believe. I'm going to keep working on tags. Nicola has a new kit out, and Chapter 1 Papers has a new kit that I have printed, and I was going to show it to you today, and I can't find it. I printed it and didn't cut it, and I've got piles, so I'll find it, and I'll do some things with that. It's a beautiful kit. A lot of blues, greens, pinks. It's all ephemera and tags, and so it's a lot of building up, and it'll be really fun, and I'll do that pretty soon too. So take care, everybody. Stay well, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.